Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, we're on the way. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Trent Alexander-Arnold is a key component, particularly in teams that play on the counter. Okay, you have the pace and the overlapping, but add to that his excellent work ethic, deliveries and his willingness to get back and cover. All qualities I really like. And then there's a whole array of flair.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Looks to me as though this is probably a little too far out for a shot. Oh, that's a waste. Guti. Antonio Silva. That has ended up in no man's land. Rodri. And it's Guti. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Paz. And that has left him in a heap. Yeah, he's fouled him there. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one.
Can he finish? Goal! Inter! And the trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Guti. It's a really well-measured ball. Tries to pass it through. Picked up, and the shot! Paz. Rodri. Inter Milan looking to pass their way through. Vardiol gets over and intercepts. Indonesia do have a chance to counter here. Now it's Batistuta. That's surely a foul, free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. And that is high.
The moans and groans are predictable. He felt compelled to try.
Oh, that's well spotted. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And it's Aubameyang. Rodri. Aubameyang. Here's Guti. And it's Guti. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Aubameyang. Kudus. Can he get it through? Oh, well played. Guti. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rodri. Kudus. Kudus. That's an excellent interception. The ball has bounced loose now. Good ball, good take. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Guti. Pablo Barrios. He's having a shot! Guti. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Batistuta. Barrios. Looking for options for movement. Rafael Leao.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Here's Kudus. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Aubameyang. Vardiol. That's the throw.
Inter can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Paz, certainly one of the players of the week. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Real chance!
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And it's Guti. Takes a shot!
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Ah, good steal, he just read it. Rafael Leao receives it in a good position here. Kudus gets into a good position. Nicely weighted ball.
If they want to count...
And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I'm a little bit worried for them and the way they've looked in transitions, Peter. They've been a bit exposed, so they might be only one down, but they can't afford to have any more sloppy moments. Concede another, and we know it's an awful long way back.
Inter Milan are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for.
Signore e signori, unitevi a me nell'augurare al nostro ragazzo un buon compleanno. Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 8, numero 13.
Here we go again.
Lasciano il campo per...
Inter definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
There's the delivery. And he's there to clear it. Inter Milan do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. Vardiol. Threads one in. Barrios. Caicedo. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Lewandowski. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Now it's Batistuta. That's tidy. Antonio Silva gets a foot in here. Antonio Silva, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Batistuta. Kudus. Dani Olmo. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Now it's Batistuta. Antonio Silva kept aware. And it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Guti. Knocks it out wide. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's Rodri. Good read, needed to be.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist, Peter, in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
And here's Batistuta.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 9, numero 15. Lasciano il campo per
Guti,
il numero 21.
played out wide,
Il numero
back
20.
towards the middle. Rodri powering forward here. Mbappe! Van der Ven. Inter Milan, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Just about up to 75 minutes. Guti. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Rodri. Oh, there's a probing ball. And the counter is on. Caicedo. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Foden. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Thinks about the shot. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Lewandowski. He's on it. Can he get away? Oh, that was vital. Inter Milan still ahead by the game's only goal. Guti. Now it's Raul. And it's Caicedo. Now it's Dani Olmo. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Inter can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
And it's made its way to him.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and
that will be the final act. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Well, down the years, of course, Argentina have produced some of the greatest striking talent ever, and Gabriel Batistuta embodies that.
Yeah, he does. And in terms of out-and-out goal-scoring centre-forwards, I can't recall much better.
So you fancy him to score today?
I would think there's an extremely good chance.
Perez. Nedved. It's Belletti. Some good work on the right flank here. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Caicedo. Rodri. Caicedo. Perez. Caicedo deals with that comfortably. Paz. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Stood up well to him there. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Oh, perfectly measured that. Barrios. And Paz. Played out towards the right wing. He's got away. Played into space. That's been cut out, well played. And this is Batistuta, looking for a runner. Shot at goal! It's in! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting...
He's won! Batistuta!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
And it's Perez. And this is Luis Suarez. That could spell trouble. And here's Luis Suarez! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome. Now it's Barrios. The message is clear, none shall pass. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Paz. Looking to play him in. Kudus showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking.
Tries a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Batistuta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. Nedved crosses. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. That's a cute ball. And it's Belletti. Batistuta. They've won a corner. Corner number 2 then. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, that's well spotted. What a throw in. Albert Ferrer. Suarez looks to get on the end of this. Kudus. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Oh, that's a key interception.
Inter certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Pass is just off target.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Right, Batistuta. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Aimed beyond the defence. He's picked his way through.
Ball driven towards the...
Big header! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And it's in! Inter are back in business. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Inter Milan grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And the first half is done. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 8. Viene sostituito con il...
There's the whistle then to start the second half. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. That has not gone well. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. That pass has been well intercepted. Batistuta concedes a free kick for that. And he's quick to snatch it back. Inter Milan finding their passes. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And that's put paid to a promising move. Threads one in. Well, that looks a decent ball. Played into the middle. Tries to get it clear.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Luis Suarez. Rodri. Now, what about a counter-attack? Well-timed, excellent interception. And that is as far as they're going to go. And there's one of the players of the week. And it's Barrios.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Lovely feet. Pablo Barrios. Inter Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's a sharp little ball here. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. He's not got that quite right. And that is a little undercooked. Now it's Luis Suarez. Oh, that is a good ball to... He's had a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Numero 15.
So, third corner of the game.
Campo per il numero 20.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And now a sudden chance to counter. Nicely worked. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment.
Oh, shooting chance! Really well taken goal. Into the lead once more. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Numero 5. Messi.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved.
Albert Ferrer promptly onto that, and that is that. Inter Milan are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. That's a throw. Inter Milan are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Oh no, he's got that wrong. And that's a goal kick. Foden. Mbappe.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Mbappe. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, we expected better, and so did he.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Nice looking ball. That's beautifully weighted. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Croatia against Inter.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle, and here we go. So there is Raúl, the man that was one of the faces of Spanish football for so long.
Yeah, described by many of his opponents as the most intelligent player they played against because of his off-the-ball movement. But you could focus on the fact that he gets many opening goals, crucial goals, Peter.
And of course, one of those he happened to score in a European final back in 2002. A training ground move within the first 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah, I can never praise enough his ability to lead from the front. Great work ethic and his willingness to drop deep and help his team out if required.
And that should get the job done. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Hakimi. Oh, that's fabulous. He rises! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. And it's Aubameyang. And he's being shifted off it. Paz. Oh, good spread. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Iniesta. Great vision. And he was alert to it. Now it's Aubameyang. And it's Serginho. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match? Goal! Goal! Croatia!
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
So we have the first goal.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Now it's Kluivert. Kluivert stood his ground strongly. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Paz. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Serginho. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Too much on it. Oh, given away. Oh, no circumventing this opponent.
Inter really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Here's a man in form. He's in a great position here. And he's straight offside.
Croatia clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
And Aubameyang! No, it just wouldn't sit for him.
Well, I think his mind was made up the way that ball arrived, and I certainly admire his willingness to hit the volley.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Inter Milan have got it back and they'll have another go. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Kluivert has created one goal already. Pablo Barrios. And he's found a way past. Oh, well played. And that has been clubbed away. And it's Caicedo. And this is Rooney. Serginho. Now it's Raul. And that's put paid to a promising move. Now it's Raul. Now it's come to nothing.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Now it's Rooney. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Nice physical challenge. Kudus showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And he's intervened well there. Now it's Barrios. Can he get on the end of this? No, that's been intercepted. Iniesta. And it's Kluivert. And Hakimi.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Kluivert. Tapsoba cuts it out. Kudus. And there is the half-time whistle. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Substitution.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Kluivert. That has not gone well. Out for a throw. Good ball, good take. Pinches it off him. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Ball swung in. And that has been cleared. Shapes to shoot! And yes, it's there! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they want another.
Lacking for neither time nor space. It could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable. Mission 1 has been accomplished, so why not continue with the same approach?
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now, can they get it back? And it's Alexander-Arnold. He's a sharp little ball here. Kudus' cross. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Aubameyang. Now it's Raul. Alexander-Arnold cuts out the pass. That'll be a throw. Inter Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Right card, too strong for his opponent there. Raul. Now it's Aubameyang. Oh, he's bustling through here. That's a little off target. Aubameyang. Kudus does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Rodri. Nicely weighted ball. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Alexander-Arnold is the guilty party there.
Substitution for Croatia. Number 22, Iniesta. Number 19, Serginho. Coming on the field,
And it's
number
Kluivert.
3,
Aubameyang. He's certainly onside here. That is great
Substitution in
defending,
progress.
so alert. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. And he was quick to react. Caicedo. And it's Kudus. That is good alertness. Rijkaard. Foden. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Looking to play him in. Foden. Now it's Rafael Leao. Looking for the run.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Alexander-Arnold. And here's Kudus. He's free, he has got space.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Pedri, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Croatia, disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Inter Milan, looking to pass their way through. Oh, that was vital. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any...
And the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Number 88,
The message is simple, defend this with your lives.
number 11, Kluivert. Coming on the
Well,
field,
that might be that, Peter.
He's having a shot!
Number
Nakata
17,
really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to...
Good chance here! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
Rijkaard. And now they can spring out of defence. Nakata. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Maybe 3 minutes
Messi.
added time.
Deep into stoppage time. Now it's Lewandowski. Can he get it through? And he's got the beating of his man. Great chance! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Rafael Leao. Now it's Foden. He's found a way past. He's got away. And that is that. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts. Highly entertaining until the... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And already we're underway here. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
Kukçu is flagged offside. Vitinha. That's very neat. Kimmich. Unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, easy pickings there. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, that was vital. Vitinha. Inter Milan are enjoying more and more possession, but very few chances up to now. Could be danger here. Oh, here we go. Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front. And it has to be said, an absolute gift.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. That's been intercepted. It's a really well-measured ball.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Balde wins the duel this time. Kukçu is always scanning the pitch for targets. And it's Azar. Nicely weighted ball. Plays it across. A mighty effort!
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And well, there's contact there one way or another. Oh, it's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. So, this to restore parity. That is some save from Khan! And he's missed altogether.
It really wasn't a confident penalty, Peter. It was almost like he was trying too hard to second-guess what the keeper was trying.
Can he finish? Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. And that's really well manoeuvred. And he's taking no chances there. Kukçu out towards the flank. Can he get on the end of this? Araujo. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Balde charging forward, the ball at his feet. Pedri, passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Yamal. Yamal showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And that is a little undercooked. That's a good ball out wide. Kimmich Ambitious ball here.
Pretty robust defending.
Goes down, but nothing given. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And here's Vitinha. Koundé.
Inter couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Laid back in. Decent chance! And he was quick to react. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Oh, just skips past his man. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Now it's Lewandowski. Oh, what a ball! Vitinha. Shifted it to the flank. Hazard in acres of space out wide. Keeper's dealt with that. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Played back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Yamal. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Inter Milan leading 1-0 at the break.
Signore e signori, facciamo gli auguri a un membro del nostro fan club che oggi festeggia l'anniversario di matrimonio. Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 8.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Tries to play it through. Kukçu, not one to pass up the chance to run at the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
Messi. Inter Milan come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Vitinha. And it's Hazard. He is just caressing the ball. Koundé did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And it's Gavi. This looks promising. Yamal was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Tapsoba gets over and intercepts. Probing pass, and he's picked out the run. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Now this could be a chance. And he's quick to get it clear again. Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
That's beautifully weighted. That's been cut out, well played. Oh, the ball's run loose here. He's had a shot! Ferran Torres. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 10. Hazard. Numero 17.
Nicely shaped ball.
Lasciano il campo.
He's intervened well there.
Il numero 22. Il numero 7.
Inter Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Mbappe. Now it's Odegaard. He's picked his way through. Ah, there's the shot! Just off target.
Kukçu certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Sostituito con il numero 20.
Araujo. Inter Milan have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Good running, strong and purposeful. And that has left him in a heap. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Sostituzione per l'Inter.
Barcelona have their second corner now.
Numero 13.
They've played it short. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Barcelona really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Now it's Lewandowski. And here's Yamal. And he's running through. And the shot! So close to drawing level.
He really didn't cover himself in any glory. His finishing let him down when he needed it most.
Great defending, strong and determined. Christensen has ended up in no man's land. Nice looking ball. And he welcomes it in. Now it's Dani Olmo. Played in deep. Climbs up big! He should have put that one away.
He's really trying to take this upon himself to get it won.
Yamal.
Cambio di giocatori.
Dani Olmo making good progress on the right-hand side. Good ball, good take.
Barcelona really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Araujo. Oh no, this does not look good. And here's one-on-one! Real chance! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Inter Milan could not have picked a better time to snatch a 2-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see the more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Time added on 4 minutes. Foden bops him off it and wins back the ball. Looking to play him in. That's been slipped through. Granit Xhaka. Inter Milan clearly now in lead preservation mode. Looking for a runner. And we're done. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So, it's away we go then.
Well, it's safe to say, Peter, we're in the presence of defensive royalty here.
And so what is it that makes Paolo Maldini so regal?
Well, I think the fact that he almost never had to make a tackle says it all. He just doesn't need to. With him, it's all about anticipation, positioning, and reading the game superbly. There's very few who were able to do that at the highest level like him.
Antonio Silva promptly onto that, and that is that. Ball's gone out of play. Stood up well to him there. Now it's Eto'o. And this is Bale! And it's a goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Inter Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Hazard does well to get it back. And they've got rid. Kimmich. And it's Vitinha. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Alexander-Arnold is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Inter Milan are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Bullet. Now it's Bale. And this is Nedved. Oh, played right into his path.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Kimmich. Great defending, strong and determined. Couldn't squeeze it through.
Inter are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Manchester United clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now the ball's gone astray. Looking for a runner. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Tries to pass it through. Pull it. Kimmich. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Pull it. Bale. Manchester United looking to pass their way through. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Now it's Bale. Nedved. Lovely pass, but can he get there? It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Martinez.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Vitinha. Kirkchu. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And he's had a hit! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Martinez clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Tapsoba kept his eye on it, and he's there. And he's picked out the run. No, that's been intercepted. Threads one in.
Inter certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Nedved, who does have an assist to his name. Can he finish? It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And again, they run up against stubborn defending.
Kimmich.
Kukcu is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And for a moment, you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Up he goes! He's got a goal! And look what it means to them. This... And the whistle goes for half-time. So your views on the first half?
Inter really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 8. Lascia il campo per il numero 21.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
He's being urged to shoot, and he's found a way past. And the shot! It's there! The second half off to a spectacular start. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
There's the shot! And that has been cleared.
Messi really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very...
Big chance! Decent chance! It's in! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Manchester United go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
Now it's Eto'o. Oh, shooting chance! And it's there! And they are cruising away.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Manchester United grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy.
Well, they're...
Can he finish? They've scored! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Mbappe really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
And yes, it's him again. So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Passing is crisp and sharp. Now that's well seen too. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Per l'Inter. Numero 4. Viene sostituito con il numero
It's not
22.
gone well. That has ended up in no man's land. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
And here's Mbappe. Oh, he's burst on the finish! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Inter Milan with the corner, there first. Cannavaro is there, and he can get that clear. And here's Hazard. Lofted in. That has been knocked clear. Inter Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Oh, what a ball! And he shoots! He has done it! Just one goal in it now! Game on!
Gol per l'Inter.
It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Manchester United really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Numero 23.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
We have got ourselves a game here.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And it's made its way to him. Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 17.
So this to restore parity.
Per il numero 7. Cambio di giocatori.
A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Manchester United making another change here. Haaland getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of their opponents.
This has become one superb game of football.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in. Manchester United clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Now he's off and running. He's had it taken off him. And he was quick to react. Tries to play it through. Now it's Kaka. Kaka's cross.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
That is good alertness. That's an imaginative pass. Thuram with the clearance. Dani Olmo for Granit Xhaka. Looking for the run. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Il quarto uomo indica 6 minuti di recupero.
He won't be happy with that one. Always onto this. Look at the space. He's had a shot! Yes, he's done it! And that has raised the roof! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Manchester United take what looks to be a decisive lead.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find it.
Big chance! He's having a shot! And it's in!
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Manchester United could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response? Goes for a shot! Goal! They forced the error and extracted the maximum. And there goes the final whistle. Inter Milan have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So that's got things underway. Bebeto, one half, of course, of one of the deadliest strike partnerships in history.
Yeah, he's the perfect fit for a fox-in-the-box type player, as he's got surprisingly good vision and an eye for a pass that allowed him to play more creative roles.
Whilst remaining, of course, a genuinely prolific goal scorer. A 29-goal season, a 25-goal season during his stint in Spain.
And people will, of course, remember him for coming up with one of football's most iconic celebrations too.
It's a pretty loose pass. Tries to play it through. That's been slipped through. And Batistuta! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Chelsea with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Up he goes! No, not the best of headers. It's Bebeto. Oh, super ball. Hazard! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Hazard deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
He's a sharp little ball here. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Searching pass he's played there. Neatly clipped. And Martinez! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
Tries to get it clear. Chelsea have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Hazard. He's found a way through. And that has sent him sprawling. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. This to make it 1-0. That is some save from Khan.
Oh, what a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be psychologically pivotal.
That is good alertness. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Now, can they get him away? Chelsea looking to pass their way through. And it's Kukçu. That is good strength. It's a really well-measured ball. Alexander-Arnold. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, whistle's gone. Now then. Well, the referee has given a free kick just outside the box. Antonio Silva is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
So a chance here, what can they make of it? Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Now he's got space here.
Inter are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after... Big chance! Nicely spread.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Bounce of passing here, really easy on the eye. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Adams spots it and intercepts. Hazard, he's got away, he's found some space. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. And the pass is intercepted. Vitinha. Now it's Martinez. And the finish! Goal! Inter! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Inter Milan have penetrated for the first time.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done.
Shoots!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And this is Batistuta.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Oh, no joy this time.
Inter really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That's a good ball out wide. Messi. Keeper's dealt with that. Kukçu. He's had it taken off him.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Can he finish? Really well taken goal. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Chelsea grab the equaliser and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of
And there's the end of the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 17. Numero 8.
Chelsea getting the ball rolling for the second period.
Il numero 21. Il numero 22.
Mbappe, just the goalkeeper to beat. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. It's a straight red, he has been given his marching orders. Well, no question, Jim, the referee has seen that as a professional foul.
Yes, sadly he knew exactly what he was doing and he had to go with the risk.
Alexander-Arnold, ready to try one.
Yeah, and a heart and mouth time for the culprit, who may well regret his transgression.
Oh, the ball's gone astray. Dani Olmo. He's on it, can he get away? Nicely weighted ball.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Mbappe. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Oh, Peter, what a lucky boy. A telling off as opposed to a sending off.
Sostituzione
Time for a
per
change in
l'Inter.
personnel.
Numero 14 viene sostituito con il numero 6.
And it's Forlan. And this is Batistuta. Batistuta! There it is!
And now it's all about how they handle this from here. Edging ahead again in this second half is best followed up with a bold mindset, a bold approach. The skipper set the example. It's up to his teammates now to follow.
He gave it plenty and some. Thrashed it in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
Chelsea get themselves into the lead.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
Khan claims comfortable. Forlan. Gabriel gets over and intercepts. Mbappe being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
That's a little off target. Great defending, strong and determined. Inter Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. And that pass just didn't quite work.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 10.
Inter Milan making another change here.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter. And he is very good at that type of thing.
That's an imaginative pass. Nicely intercepted. Keeper's got good distance on that. Messi tries making a foray down the right. Oh, this looks sharp. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Well, that's been cut out. Well played. Kimmich. Looking for the run. Lovely. Now then. Stood up well to him there. And he's managed to get free. He's had a shot! And yes, it's there! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
So the lead now is 2.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
Can he get it through? And it's Messi. Odegaard. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. It's their second corner of the game. And it's hoisted clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Tapsoba cuts out the pass. Now that looks a decent ball. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. Not the most accurate pass. Forlan. Oh, that's a key interception. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
That is a great pick out. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final...
Bebeto! In he goes again. And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Chelsea are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. It's starting to look like a done deal now. Great ball if he can get there. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Mbappe had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. And it's Rooney. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Caceres did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Alexander-Arnold with a real chance here. Going for goal! And that is quite wonderful! A finish of true class! And that was his 20th goal for this team. Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Inter Milan give themselves a fighting chance. Back in with a shout. And he's had it nicked away. Ødegaard. That has not gone well. Rooney. Aubameyang. Just the keeper to beat. He's having a shot! That's another chance. Loose ball now, and one more try! It's in! He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored. And the referee brings it to a close. Inter Milan did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, we're on the way. David Seaman, clearly one of the finest English goalkeepers of modern times.
Well, Peter, if you're part of the defence in front of him, the line's...
He's had a shot! That's good pressing, squeezing the play. And here's Batistuta. Gravenberg tries to play it through. Kukçu. Well, that looks a decent ball. No, that's been intercepted. It's gone backwards.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
And it's Isco. And here's Batistuta. Great vision. Shoots! They've scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
How very smart. He just got it right.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So, a breakthrough already. Seidel! Kukçu. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now Martinez. Owen. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Kimmich.
Inter really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And he's going to be disappointed with that. Kukçu. Probing pass. Kukçu is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And here's Lautaro Martinez. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Camavinga. Vitinha. And it's Kukçu. And it's Vitinha. Gravenberg is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Seedorf. Isco. Isco is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Oh, good take in a good area. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
And it's Owen. Ah, that's a fine interception. Kukçu. Well, they've got it again. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Isco. And this is Batistuta. Tries to pass it through. That is good alertness. Vitinha. Hazard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Martinez. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Played in deep. Stood up well to him there.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Ball's played through, pass somewhat off target. Seedorf. Isco. And it's Isco. And here's Batistuta. Now, can they get him away? Oh, it's Seedorf. And the shot! It's there! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So that's two now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Seedorf. And we've reached half-time. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
And we're underway again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
And he's in on goal! Gravenberg. Isco is always scanning the pitch for targets. He's a sharp little ball here. Now it's Owen. Antonio Silva, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. That has been cut short. Gabriel. Odo. Isco. Vitinha. Isco did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Picked out brilliantly. And a chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are pulling clear here. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Nice-looking ball. Chips it through. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Club America are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Batistuta! And somehow he kept it out.
Club America really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Inter Milan has the chance to go the other way. And here's Owen. Aims beyond. And Batistuta! He's got it all! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
And now he has two. And the shot! And that is faded wide.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Número 22.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Isco taking his leave here, having got himself on the score sheet.
Look, you can only give your all, and he's delivered in that regard, and I think the manager has probably just spotted now a little tiredness creeping in, and, you know, if that's the case, then, you know, he's doing the right thing.
Now it's Batistuta. No way through there. Bellingham. Oh, super ball. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Not the most accurate pass. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, but it had to be. Always onto this.
Inter are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence or attack, for that matter.
Club America claiming a corner, and the referee concurs.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And now they can spring out of defence. Without the best in the keeper. Corner number 3 coming up. Shot at goal! The final 5 minutes. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. And here's Batistuta.
Batistuta really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Foden, and it's Ødegaard. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Cannavaro. It's Camavinga. Time added on 4 minutes, and it's Bellingham. Granit Xhaka.
Club America have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Gravenberg. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Dani Olmo. He has found a way through. Not too much more here than seeing up. And we're done. Inter Milan suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all the analysis. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're up and running. Well, this formation was traditionally considered a bit defensive, but now very much back in vogue due to some pretty well-known proponents, Jim.
Yeah, the 3-5-2 has been used by some of the biggest and most successful teams around, Peter. You know, one of its key strengths is the fact that it's well suited to playing out from the back. And I think you'd have to have a look at the wing-backs in that manner, because they can get forward with ease. And you can create overloads because you're not going to get teams pressing defenders in 3s and 4s. So if you've got centre-backs too that are capable on the ball, this system is a great fit.
He gets it ticking off, goes for a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
What a fabulous run. OK, it didn't come off in the end, Peter, but that would surely spark some kind of response from those around him.
Aimed beyond the defence. Threads one in. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. There's a name in this lineup, Peter, that's synonymous with being dependable.
The man they call safe hands.
Yep, David Seaman, one of the outstanding keepers of his time and the commander of tight...
Oh, shooting chance! Forward it goes. Conte. Well, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. Raul. And it's Ryger. Oh, nicely intercepted. Ryger. And here's Mbappe. Camavinga charging forward, the ball at his feet. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Now, can they get him away? Oh, this is a decent chance! Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Paz simply took an age to make his mind up, Peter, when urgency was the single requirement.
Conte. Ball played for Matheus Nunes. Mbappe. Raul. It's Xabi Alonso. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. That's beautifully weighted. And the shot! Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Inter Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Now that's well seen too. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Raul. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Mbappe stood his ground strongly. Now it's Rafael Leao. Now it's Camavinga. He's got away. That is a brilliant interception. And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Villa. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out... And he shoots! Goal! And they're at it again in double quick time. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
So that's 2 now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Ødegaard with the foul. Ødegaard has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident.
Yeah, and the whole stadium knew that was coming, apart from him, it seems.
Knocks it out wide. Conte. Raul. And it's Rijkaard. Now it's Villa. Good take, and is he in?
Been indicated.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Tries to play it through. Now it's Villa. Raul. Matheus Nunes. Raul could try cutting inside here. Can he finish? And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. Reflections on the first half?
Inter certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing. Don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Inter Milan sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up.
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Conte.
That's the start of another
Coming on the
45
field
minutes.
is number 7.
Costa Curta kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Substitution.
Xavi Alonso. And it's Valverde. He's on. David Villa! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Villa has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Now it's Villa. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Inter Milan do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Kimmich, who's set up 1 goal so far. And a chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Look at this. He's had a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Can he latch on to this? Camavinga is onto this. Oh, sweet feet. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Villa. And the finish! No mistake! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
So is this the start of a comeback? Chance! Oh, taken with style! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly.
Oh, smashing header! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. He can get that clear. Raul. Inter Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Oh, well played, well played. Costa Curta calmly anticipates. Raul. Xavi Alonso. Passing is crisp and sharp. Valverde.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Big chance! He has done it! There seemed no way back, but they are level. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Substitution on the field, number 27.
Now, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. This has become one superb game of football.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come...
Shoots! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Just eases him off the ball. And it's Camavinga. Dani Olmo. Good ball, good take.
Inter really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Substitution in progress.
And he's intervened well there. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Played out wide. Dani Olmo.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Inter Milan can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Valverde does well to get it back. And it's Bellingham. Dani Olmo.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Valverde tries to pass it through. That is good alertness. Raul. Now it's Villa. He's a sharp little ball here. Real chance! Oh, it's in! Late in the day! This could well be it!
The goal scorer!
So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, we could be a little...
And that will be the final act. Inter Milan, pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle.
Yaya Toure will be key here, Peter. His versatility and drive makes him a nightmare for the opposition.
He was actually a much more conventional holding midfield player in his younger days, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he's come on in leaps and bounds since then. In fact, he's at his best when partnered with a defensive midfielder like that, because it means he has license to just join the attack.
So he's benefited a lot from his new role.
Yeah, it's brought so much more out of him. He's a true all-round player now.
Barcelona looking to pass their way through. Now that looks a decent ball, and he welcomes it in. It's a pretty loose pass. Played out towards the right wing, and now the breakaway. That the most accurate pass. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Barcola. No, he's just misjudged that one. Inter Milan do have a chance to counter here. That's beautifully weighted. Has a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Camavinga! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Inter Milan have their second corner now. Big chance! And he's quick to get it clear again. And now they can spring out of defence. Rafael Leao. He's having a go! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. That's a look and place it forward. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and he's had a hit! Superb from Odegaard! A finish right from the top draw! And Inter go in front. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
But Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Inter Milan have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Now it's Rafael Leao. He's through here. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Xavi Alonso. That's very neat. He's picked his way through. Decent chance! Really well taken goal. And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Well, it's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And this is Hazard. He is through here. Here it is, crossed in.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Barcola really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Rafael Leao, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking for the run. Oh, he's found support out wide. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's Hazard. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Paz.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Hazard. Oh, the whistle's gone. What's he given? Well, the referee has given a free kick just outside the box. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score. And obviously, he's not going to allow that piece.
Hazard! It's a loose ball. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 29.
So once again, we're underway.
El dorsal 11.
Hazard. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Camavinga. Odegaard. Chance here to counter. Oh, there's a probing ball. Odegaard, given the lift of his goal. In with the challenge. Tries to pass it through, and he shoots! A whisker high.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
Looking for options for movement. Araujo. Xavi Alonso. Rafael Leao. There's a sharp little ball here. Dembele succumbs to the pressure. Paz. He's on it. Can he get away? Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Antonio Silva cuts it out. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Dembele is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Knocks it into space. He's found a way through. Rafael Leao. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And here's the chance to counter.
That's going in strongly.
Pass somewhat off target. Out to the left it goes. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Oh, he made it look a bit predictable.
And it's Dembele. Yaya Toure. Lovely pass. Shoots! Goal! Barcelona! And the comeback is complete.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
El dorsal 18. Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy. Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
So here comes a substitution, and the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
Barcelona get themselves into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Odegaard ploughing through the middle, and he's there to belt it away. And they've got a throw.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. And it's made its way to him. And Van Nistelrooy! Oh, taken with style. And this is getting better and better.
Marcó.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
And yes, it's him again. So the lead now is 2.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Quality ball. Van Nistelrooy. Mbappe has it in a wide position. Aims beyond the defence. Flings it across. Kukçu. 5 minutes left on the clock. Oh, well played, well sorted out. That's a sharp pass. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Van Nistelrooy really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And it's Vitinha.
Habrá
Dani
3
Olmo.
minutos de descuento.
Vitinha.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.